be celebrity look-alikes.
Oh, Blanche, honey, you really think so?
Well, absolutely. So which one's Cheech and which one's Chong?
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most hilarious Golden Girls moments.
Sophia, did you come to bail us out?
No, Rose. She's dropping off a manicotti with a file in it. Not Lebanese, Blanche. Lesbian.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most memorable funny moments from our favorite foursome of sassy seniors. What's your favorite Golden Girls moment? Be sure to let us know in the comments. All right, let's go, pussycats. Number 10, The Great Herring War.
Till I met you, Rose, I didn't know that people actually talk back to their Rice Krispies.
Rose's yarns are always a treat, as they are ridiculous and at times nonsensical.
The three of us just can't agree on anything. I mean, it is obvious we were not meant to live together.
Betty White gave us some of the most brilliant moments of delivering nonsense while keeping a pretty straight face.
The Johansons wanted to pickle the herring, and the Lindstroms wanted to train him for the circus.
The same cannot necessarily be said for her co-stars, however.
Sort of like SeaWorld, only smaller. Much, much smaller.
After a disagreement between the three characters, Rose tells Dorothy and Blanche about the Great Herring War, in which two families were at odds with each other over what to do with herring. Pickle them or train them for the circus.
Tell me, Rose, did they ever shoot a herring out of a cannon?
The story naturally gets out of hand, and rumor has it that B. Arthur and Rue McClanahan couldn't control their actual laughter while filming the scene. Number 9, The Birds. The ladies have found themselves in a lot of absurd situations, but this one takes the cheesecake.
If you don't do the part, there won't be any play. Now, this is a project that I care about deeply.
Dorothy is tasked with directing a school play, and nearing showtime, the entire cast falls ill with the measles.
Henny Penny was waking up from a nap under an oak tree when an acorn fell from the tree and hit her on the head.
The show must go on, however. Rose, Dorothy, and Blanche don bird costumes to perform a musical version of Henny Penny.
We have a hunch, and it's appalling that, like it or not, the sky is falling.
There's nothing like watching the girls sing and dance in feathers to bring a smile to your face. We're always up for a little song and dance.
Poor lonely turkey lurkey. Poor dateless, hopeless, self-basting.
Ma!
And with Sophia as the storyteller, you can never go wrong. Number 8, Blanche's vocabulary mix-up. No one does a word mix-up quite like the Golden Girls. When Dorothy's old friend Jean visits after losing her wife, she develops feelings for Rose.
I'm quite fond of you.
I'm fond of you, too.
When Blanche is told Jean is a lesbian, she quickly responds,
I mean, I've never known any personally, but isn't Danny Thomas one?
the famed Danny Thomas was a Lebanese American comedian. Thus, Blanche is confusing the nationality for the sexual preference.
Not Lebanese, Blanche. Lesbian.
Lesbian. Lesbian. Lesbian.
Dorothy is quick to correct her, and in a 1980s sitcom way, Blanche discovers the truth.
Isn't that where one woman and another
We already know what it means.
Bonus funny points when Blanche learns the shocking fact that Jean prefers Rose over her.
I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
I was pretty surprised myself.
Well, I'll bet. To think Jean would prefer Rose over me? That's ridiculous.
Number 7. Game show shenanigans. When the ladies end up on a game show called Grab That Dough, naturally, hilarity ensues.
Oh, don't be mad, Ma.
Get bent. We're gonna cream you.
After a quick trip to Hollywood fraught with misfortune, the women managed to make it to the show in time to wind up begrudgingly competing against each other.
She originally hails from St. Olaf, Minnesota, where she was voted the girl most likely to get stuck in a tuba. Welcome, Rose Nyland!
After some hilarious introductions, such as Rose being voted most likely to get stuck in a tuba in high school, the contest begins.
Rose.
Was it the glass menagerie?
That's correct for 100 points!
Surprisingly, Rose and Sophia kill the trivia competition. By far one of the best answers is when the contestants are asked to complete the phrase, better late than blank. Blanche triumphantly answers,
Pregnant.
In a later season dream sequence, Dorothy and Rose compete on Jeopardy, which also contains some memorable moments.
Latin term for a colloidal carbohydrate found in certain trees and plants? Rose.
What is juicy fruit?
Number 6, shall we dance? The ladies had their fair share of dancing scenes on the show, but none as memorable as Rose's solo extravaganza in season 3's One for the Money episode.
Oh, Dorothy, please. I think I do have a little more endurance than you.
Blanche, we are not dancing on our backs.
Competition is fierce, and Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose compete in a dance-a-thon for a cash prize.
No, Dave, I better do this by myself. You might get hurt.
After a show of moves from Dorothy, Blanche, and their respective partners, Rose tells her date to stay back as she does not want him to get hurt. And cue the acrobatics. Rose shakes what her mama gave her, and then proceeds to do front flips around the dance floor to end in the splits and proudly raise her hands to the crowd. It's surprise moments like these that make the Golden Girls one of our favorite shows. Number 5, a serving of tea. Dorothy and her mother Sophia have some great moments together.
And I decided it's time for me to settle my estate.
What estate? Your loofah sponge and bus pass?
It's difficult to pick just one, but here goes.
You know about the will. You know if I die, you'll be on Easy Street. What did you do, Dorothy? Slip cyanide into my mouthwash?
When Sophia's working out her will, she comments on Dorothy being on Easy Street once she passes away, and that she's aware of this.
Here, have some tea. It'll relax you.
Dorothy then pours her mother some tea in a dramatic, suspicious fashion and tells her it will relax her.
Don't!
Sophia then asks Rose to try it first, and Dorothy stops her immediately, claiming,
That tea was for my mommy.
the way B. Arthur performs this scene is hilarious and reminiscent of old murder mystery films. Her deadpan delivery always gets us laughing. Number 4, I Got You, Babe. As seen earlier in our list, we're always up for some wacky costumes.
Okay, girls, I'm ready.
When Sophia and Dorothy join the beauty pageant at Shady Pines retirement home, they pull out all the stops for the talent competition.
They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow.
The duo dresses up as Sonny and Cher and sings I Got You, Babe, with Rose accompanying them on the piano.
Babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
The costumes are hilarious, and Dorothy's impression of Cher is classic.
Why, you two could be celebrity lookalikes.
Oh, Blanche, honey, you really think so?
Well, absolutely. So which one's Cheech and which one's Chong?
Making the moment even more funny, Blanche enters and enthusiastically approves of the costumes, only to ask which is Cheech and which is Chong.
I'm Sonny Bono, you idiot!
Gee, I wonder how many maitre d's have heard that line.
Number 3, protection. No fan of the Golden Girls has ever forgotten this famous scene.
Might be a good idea to take along some protection.
What kind of protection?
2 armed Pinkerton guards.
When the girls are stocking up on last-minute items for a romantic getaway, they're ready to check out when they realize they forgot one item: condoms. As they discreetly attempt to add them to their purchases, the clerk hops on the intercom and asks for a price check in an exaggerated and descriptive fashion.
Joe, I need a price check on some condoms. These 3 ladies here want a couple of boxes of the King George prophylactics.
The ladies turn beet red as the clerk describes the condoms over the PA: lambskin for Blanche and Dorothy and sensitive for Rose, in black.
2 of them have the lambskins, and the blonde has the ultra-sensitive.
The entire store spectates the embarrassing moment with telling looks on their faces. No need to be embarrassed, girls. Own it. Number 2, golden working girls. One should know better than to book the cheapest hotel on the beach.
Well, tell me, how long have you girls been working?
The ladies find themselves in a glorified brothel and are mistaken for prostitutes.
My friends and I are totally innocent.
I'm innocent too.
Me too!
We're all innocent.
Quiet, you trash!
The hotel is raided by the police, and despite their pleas, Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose are arrested with the other women of the night.
Listen, you punk. You want to fight with someone, you're going to have to fight with me. But I warn you, I did time in Attica.
Their time behind bars is fraught with potential danger, but Dorothy frightens their cellmates with her claims of previous time done in Attica.
Sophia, we're innocent.
I know that. I can't believe these dumb cops would think anyone would pay money to sleep with you.
Sophia comes to visit, claiming that she can't believe the police thinks anyone would pay money to sleep with them.
Sophia, did you come to bail us out?
No, Rose. She's dropping off a manicotti with a file in it.
Personally, I live for them as birds, but anytime somebody mentions Miami to me, I start singing in my head, Miami, Miami, you've got style, and it's like a whole thing. Anyway, before we get to our #1 most hilarious Golden Girls moment, here are some honorable mentions. Sophia's Picture It.
Picture it. Sicily, 1922. An attractive peasant girl who has saved her lira embarks on a glorious vacation to a Crimean resort on the Black Sea.
Sister Rose and Sister Blanche.
I'm Sister Rose.
Nice to meet
I'm Sister Blanche.
Nice to meet you, Sister Blanche.
We're here collecting lingerie for needy, sexy people.
Mel Bushman and Blanche.
In many ways, I feel just the way I felt when I was a virgin.
You mean the feeling isn't going to last long?
Blanche and Sophia compete for the affections of the same man.
Blanche Devereaux has never shared a man.
Or a pizza.
And what does that mean, you wrinkled old crow?
It means Fidel is interested in more than just a cheap thrill. He also wants a mind.
Dorothy's epic glare.
What kind of pain and embarrassment has this lifestyle caused your mother?
I really don't know, but I'll ask her tomorrow when I visit her at the home.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. #1. Sophia's interruption. Sophia is our favorite octogenarian.
A throat is almost always cut from behind.
Not part of the show, people, not part of the show.
She tells it like it is and always gets a word in, especially if it's an interruption. There are many memorable moments of this, but some get us laughing more than others.
When Miss McGlynn was reconstructing the murder scene, she described Blanche's dress being slung over the bed.
When Blanche is accused of actual murder at a murder mystery dinner, Dorothy practices her sleuthing skills in an attempt to clear Blanche's name. She is revealing her findings and claims a woman dropped a steak knife into her purse.
She dropped a steak knife into her purse.
Big deal. I took a whole place in.
Not now, Ma!
Cue Sophia interrupting with her confession to taking an entire place setting. Dorothy's response of,
Not now, Ma!
is hilarious and reminiscent of all the classic Sophia interruptions we've loved in the past. At any given time, I am probably secretly wishing I could channel any one of these ladies, especially Dorothy. She's like my hero. Anyway, did your favorite Golden Girls character get her due? Be sure to let us know in the comments, or come talk to me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel.